Good evening. Good evening. You guys come on in. When you come in, click like and click share for me. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. We're going to do some giveaways tonight. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I know it's a lot of people doing different shows and things on tonight. So you guys come on in. I'm giving away some books tonight. So hopefully you'll have something to read while we are all kind of quarantined in our own homes until this entire thing blows over. And hopefully it'll blow over really, really soon. All right. So you guys come on in. When you come in, click like and click share for me. Come on in. Come on in. Tonight, we're also going to have the phone lines open if anyone wants to call in. We're going to talk about making your dreams come true tonight. Remember, we started a little bit a few days ago, and I said I will come back and finish that up. So tonight, we're going to finish that up. And then I'm going to be giving away some books tonight and also some gift boxes. All right. So you guys come on in. When you come in, click share for me. And I'm going to get live in the comments with you guys. There we are. All right. I am now live with you guys. Let me turn this down. I'm live in the comments with you guys. And also, again, we have the phone lines open tonight. If you want to call in and have your say, they'll be able to hear you, but of course they can't see you. But all of our streaming audience will be able to hear you. Good evening, Instagram. Thank you guys for coming. You guys you're so faithful. You do so well. Good evening, YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. And good evening, Facebook. And good evening, Fine China Sisters. You guys always do so well with chiming in. So tonight we're going to talk about making our dreams come true, because believe it or not, your dreams can actually come true. And you can have the things that you dream about. So remember, we started a couple of days ago. I gave you 5 little steps, 5 little tips to help you make your dreams come true. So tonight I'm just going to finish that up, and then I'm going to give away some books and let you guys call in and have your say, whatever you feel like saying, as it pertains to the subject matter that we're talking about. Or if you just want to give, some tidbits of your own, something that you've done that you found to be successful in helping you to make your dreams become a reality. I'm going to open up the phone lines and let you guys do that. Write this number down. The phone line number is 605-313-5826. I'll give it to you again, 605-313-5826. And the access code is 732492. I'll put it in the comment section on this page. And the rest of you, I'll give you the number again, 605-313-5826, access code 732492. The phone lines are already open, so you can call in and get in queue if you like to have your say, all right? So the phone lines are open tonight, and you can have your say and maybe encourage somebody, share with us some things you've done that you found to be helpful, and some things you found not to be, so helpful. So we'll take it all. We take the good and the bad, and sometimes the ugly. Takes all of that to help us to get to where we want to go. Okay. All right. Let me just finish putting this number in the comment section. 492. All right. There's the number. The number's in the comment section. All right, so good afternoon, good evening again, guys. I hope everyone is having a really good day. I hope you guys are having a really, really good day. And I know it's been a journey being in the house, nobody's really kind of going anywhere. We're all exercise. We're not fearful. Let's just get that out of the way. We're not fearful at all, but we are exercising caution, and we are adhering to those particular laws of the land. We cannot say that we are Christian and that we're leading by example when we fight everything that come along, you know. We want to go to the gym still. We want to go to our favorite restaurants, particularly on Sundays. We want to do the things that we're normally accustomed to doing. However, we are not allowed to do that. It's not just about going to church. I mean, there's several things we like doing. The gyms are closed. Those of us that enjoy going to the gym, the stores close. If they're not closed altogether, they close early. Just a lot of things. So it's an adjustment. We're all having to make these adjustments that we're not accustomed to having to make. Okay. So again, we don't operate in fear, but we most certainly take precautions, and we most certainly operate in the wisdom that the Lord has given us. Amen. We call it common sense. All right. So uh, this is our showtime tonight. Um, this is a live talk with Benita Bradley. You guys know we revamped the show. We were What's on Your Mind. So until we get everything else finished. So we did not want to lose touch with you guys, because you guys have been so supportive and so faithful. And I'm so grateful that you think enough to tune in. And for those of you that are sharing the videos, thank you, thank you, thank you. You don't have to share it, but I appreciate it when you do, because it helps us with our numbers. And then sometimes you never know who's watching. You never know who might see your video. And then there are other opportunities that can come up by just being faithful and just being consistent in what you do. That's one of the things we're going to talk about tonight. 5 steps on making your dream become a reality. Because dreams actually do come true. And you just have to have a little patience and kind of get over your fear, or get over all the fear factors of, what if I start this and nobody helps me? How is this going to go? How is that going to go? Am I sure this is what I'm supposed to be doing at this time? Am I going to have all the money that I need to finance this dream? Some of you have dreams that are so much bigger than your pocket, or your pocketbooks, or your wallets, or what have you, your bank account. Your dreams are this big and your bank account might be that big, but you got big dreams and you got big faith, but you may not have the money that you need. And here's what I'll tell you: start somewhere. You might not have everything you need, but if you just start somewhere and you be faithful in that starting somewhere, you get over your fears and just begin to start, you'll start seeing things just happen just by you taking 1 step, 2 steps, and just keep walking until you realize, hey, this is getting easier and easier. And the thing about it is, don't worry about so much who will and who won't help you. This is what you got to focus more on. Focus more on, am I doing all that I can to further my dreams? Because after all, it's your dream, it's your goals. And so you got to be the first partaker. You got to be the first one to get. Is my fear of, what, because sometimes I watch other people podcasts, and it's like I see some of the comments. Some of them are positive, some of them are not so positive. Some people are just mean, and I've seen someone said on one of my videos, this guy, I don't even know who he is. He was like, why is this even on Facebook? And the other part of me want to just go off, like, well, apparently it's the reason you watched the whole video, you know. But and then a lady came on and she said something that was not really nice. Those kind of things that could have really deterred me, but I didn't let it deter me. I just kept going and kept going, and I'm going to keep going. Whether I get 2 people to watch or 2,000 people to watch, I'm gonna keep going because I'm after something. You see what I'm saying? And I've had this dream for a long time, and yes, it may have taken a while to get here, but guess what? I'm here. And I want to encourage you. It may take you a while to get to where you want to be, but once you start seeing yourself getting there, go ahead and celebrate you. You don't wait, you don't have to wait for people to come in and help. You don't have to wait for people to give you an applause. Don't wait for people to say, hey, what can I do to help you? Celebrate yourself, applaud yourself, because it's really difficult to forge ahead by yourself, when in all actuality, your dream takes a team. The your dream can be so big. It literally takes a team. But if you don't have a team, what are you going to do? Just sit around and wait for you to get a team of people to help you? No, you go ahead and do what you got to do. Starting this podcast, I just took my little camera and just popped up online, and then I just kept going and kept going. Sometimes I would get some views, sometimes I wouldn't, So now I just kept going and kept going. We're not even a year old yet. And our last numbers that came in, we have reached over 21,000 people, because I streamed um from different pages and from different avenues. I stream from YouTube Live, I stream from Instagram Live, I stream from a few pages on Facebook Live, and so, and I just get on and talk, you know what I'm saying? I get on and share. I have a lot of friends that are on Facebook, and friends in real life, family in real life. And I used to get frustrated at first because none of my friends or families was sharing my videos, things of that nature. And after a while, I was just like, you know, I can't get frustrated because someone else is not doing what I want them to do pertaining to my dream. They may never share it. Well, it's not their dream, So I start sharing my own video myself, And so after a while, you just have to get over your fears. You have to get over your frustrations. You have to get over your worries about who's going to help you, who's not going to help you. You have to get over the worries about, am I going to have enough money? It costs you nothing to take your phone, log on and start talking. That's free. Nobody can control that. You know what I'm saying? That's free. So you have to get over your fears of not having enough money to do what you got to do. You got to get over people, well, I don't know if this is going to work. And well, somebody told me they tried it and it didn't work. Honey, you got to get over people. If you're ever going to see your dreams become a reality, you're going to have to get over people. You got to get over your fears. You got to get over yourself. And you definitely have to get over people. Because if you, let me tell you something. If you allow people to get in your ear and constantly stay in your ear, oh, what makes you think you should do a show? Oh, what makes you think you have something interesting to talk about? Honey, just talk about the grass. Talk about the color of your curtains. It don't matter. But if it's for you to talk about it, then by God, talk about it. Don't let people, negative Nancy's and bully Billies, get in your ear and deter you from your dream. Because, hey, at the end of the day, like I told you, it's your dream. And you have every potential within you to make your dreams become a reality. And think about this. Here's what I want you guys to think about. If it was for somebody else to make your dream become a reality, then how come they didn't have the dream? You understand what I'm saying? That's kind of simple within itself, but it really is heavy on the other end because we'll get frustrated. And like I said, I would get frustrated because my family and friends wasn't tuning in, wasn't sharing the videos. I was like, well, maybe they don't really care for me like they're saying they are. But after a while, I started sharing my own videos, and so you have to be the first person that knows that whatever you're dreaming about, it's important enough to you to put the fight in, to put the work in, to put the faith in. And we're going to talk about this one, to put the money in. All right. So we started last week with the 5 nuggets. I just threw them out there as a teaser, and I told you when we come on again, we're going to go into them. So tonight I'm going to go deeper into them, and then I got some great gifts to give away. So you guys stay with me now. Stay with me. I have all of my books here. I'm going to give away some books tonight. Absolutely free. You're not even going to pay for shipping. You know how sometimes something says free and then you click on it and then they want you to pay for shipping? Well, that's not free. I don't care if it's $2.35 that I had to pay for the shipping cost. It still wasn't free if I had to pay something. So not the case here. These books will be absolutely free of charge. That includes your shipping. You will not pay for anything, and they all will be autographed by me personally. Okay, so this one is Prohibited Praise, Paralyzed Power. This is the dangers of a non-praising church. Absolutely wonderful book, not just because I wrote it, but because it's a good book. This one is 21 Days of Fasting and Praying. Again, not just because I wrote it, but it's a really good book. Okay, I wouldn't tell you nothing that I didn't know to be true. Let's see what else we got. And then we're going to give away, I have a few of these to give away. Who's guarding the house? This one is talking about the posture and position of being a servant, whether you're serving in your church, serving on your job, whether you're serving directly with the people, you're serving directly with your leadership, what have you. That is a really good book for you. All right. So those are some of the things we're going to give away. Then I have some gift boxes. From Fine China Sisters, which is our nonprofit corporation, where it's women in mentoring and empowering women and girls. All right. So I got some good things to give away nonprofit. So I got some goodies to give away tonight. So if you're ready, we're going to get right into this. Remember, the first thing you got to do, you got to get over your fears. Nothing will hinder your dream like fears. And don't forget, the phone lines are open tonight. If you want to call in and give your opinion, share something that you've done that worked, or share something with us that you did and it didn't work. We don't want to just know all the good. We want to know the good, the bad, and the ugly. We want to know about what potholes should we try to avoid. What things should we try to do a little bit more of to try to make these dreams work. So our phone line is open. I put the number in the comment section, but for those of you that are on other streaming flows, the number is 605-313-5826, and the access code is 732492. All right, dial in 605-313-5826. Follow the prompts. When they ask you for your access code, you're going to put in 732492, hit the pound or the star key, and you'll be on with us. All right. So when you come in, click share for me. All right. So let me tell you this right quick. So what happens when you guys share the videos, the more shares I get, the more people that get to see the videos. And when people click on the videos, those numbers are calculated into this system of algorithm system that Facebook has, and that Instagram and YouTube, all of those social media apparatuses have, to tally up how many people you're reaching and all of that. So when they send me back my numbers and my numbers are increasing, that's a good way for that's how I'm building my brand. And from that, other people will see that. And so I do have an offer on the table to do a show, and I'm gonna tell y'all about that later. Okay, that's in the work. I'll tell y'all about that later. So I did a little I'll go to my personal page, Danita Bradley, on Facebook. There's a poll on there. Go over there and answer that question for me, because I do have a production company that is watching. Okay, so I wanted to throw that out there to tell you why it's important that you share the videos for me. All right. So the first thing you want to do in order to make your dreams become a reality, and I know some of you guys have some awesome dreams. Some of you I've spoken with, and I'm telling you, some of the things you guys have shared with me, it's going to make you some money. It's going to employ some people. It's going to be really good for your community. It's going to be good for your family. It's going to put you in some wealthy places. All right. So here's what we're going to do. The first thing we got to do, guys, in order to make our dreams become a reality, number one, we have to wake up. That's number one. Number one, we have to wake up. Whenever you have a dream, you have these goals and you say, oh man, this is a really good idea. I think this is going to work. You've written it down. You sleep on it. You dream about it. You see yourself in those areas. You see yourself in those positions. You see yourself before large crowds. You see yourself, signing books. You see yourself, cooking for the rich and famous. You see yourself doing shows on television, what have you. You see yourself just raking in money from here and there and everywhere. You see yourself inside of your dream. All right. So the first thing you got to do, number one, you got to wake up. Here's what it means to wake up. Listen to this. To wake up means to arouse faculty active, okay? Sleeping is that period where you're not doing anything. Sleeping is that period where you're not conscious too much of what's going on around you. So the first thing you got to do if you're going to see your dreams become a reality, you got to wake up. So, and wake up is to simply arouse from your sleep, to cause you to stop sleeping. You got to wake up. You got to shake yourself. It's to become aware of something. It is to become alert or become enlightened. Listen to this one. Listen to this. Here's what it means to wake up. To wake up means to stir up or to produce. All right. In order for you to make sure your dream become your reality, you have got to wake up and begin to produce something. I don't care if it's something as simple as writing it out on paper. You're doing something. You are active. You're mobile. You're moving. You're thinking. You understand what I'm saying? So a dream, you will never see your dream become a reality if that's all you're doing is dreaming and dreaming and dreaming. We cannot get sidetracked. You cannot get burdened down. You cannot get discouraged. You cannot get disappointed when you don't have a bunch of hands trying to wake you up to help you realize that your dream can actually happen. You got to wake up. You got to arouse yourself from your sleep. You have to be early. Number one, we wake up. All right. All right. You ready? Number two, you have to sit up. You got to sit up. And I chose this particular definition on purpose. So I want you guys to listen to this. So to sit up, listen to this. I want you guys to think about those of you that work out, or those of you that know a little bit about body and how the structure of the body is and where the strength of which muscles is, more supportive of the body. I want you to listen to this. And this is why I chose this particular definition to use here. To sit up means, listen to this, to awaken the abdominal endurance. I love it. Listen to this. To sit up means to awaken the abdominal endurance. And what's happening when you sit up, you're working these abdominal muscles that cause you to be able to sit up, to pay attention, to be, in an upright state, to call to mind, to get everything working together so we can produce. It is to strengthen and to tone the abdominal muscles because, if you ever have a really bad stomach ache, the first thing you do is what? You lean over because your abdominal muscles, I'm not a muscle person. I'm not going to try to, get too technical. I'm going to sit up straight. You got to be able to control your abdominal muscles. So remember, I was talking about, in order to, hold on, guys. Let me plug this back in. Hold on one second. Okay. Fight and they punch you in the stomach, first thing they go over forward. Why? Because they have hit them in the core of their being, in the center of who they are. And that's how come anytime, that's how come it's important what we put into our bodies, because if it goes in this area, it's going to affect us. All right, so it is to help you build, listen to this, to sit up means to help you build a fuller range of motion. All right. So you can't really do too much if you're lying down. You got to sit up. You got to get those muscles, working. You got to get that energy flowing. You got to get all that creativity going. If you're going to make your dreams become a reality, you're going to have to what? Sit up. All right. That's number two. Number three, you got to get up. All right. When you come in, click share for me. When you number three, you got to get up. In order for you to see your dreams become a reality, you got to be the one to get up. You can't keep reaching over telling people, well, I got a dream and I need you to do this and I need you to do that. And like they're looking like, well, what you gonna do is your dream, it's your vision, it's your business, it's your ministry, it's your book, it's your this, it's your company. You got to get up. You got to get up. Here's what it is to get up. Listen to this. In order for you to see your dreams become a reality, you have to alter, change, shift, or move from one position or state to another. All right. To get up means to alter, to change, to shift, or to move from one position or state to another. It is to purposely, Listen to this. It is to purposely go in a direction, in a specific direction or a manner, um, which causes you to make progress. Never do anything that causes you to become immobile or cause you to be still or to cause you not to make progress or cause you just to be, kind of stuck in a rut, if you will. Whatever you do, make sure you're doing it in a specified direction or a manner in which causes you to make progress. Because if you're not making progress, then you're probably still sleeping. You probably have not gotten up, okay? All right, you probably have not set up. The last thing I want to tell you about to get up, it means to develop. Listen to this: develop in a particular or specified manner or direction. What we want to do, we want to start developing and honing in on our skills and, and making ourselves more marketable, if you will. If it's your goal and your dream to write a book, then get with somebody that already got books out there. If it's your dream to, I don't know, have a catering service, a restaurant, or what have you, study people that are already doing it. Make yourself available to move in specified directions or specific manners that will cause you to progress. Listen, don't let jealousy and envy come in. I remember when I first started working out, and I really want to get the hang of it. And my cousin, she is a fitness guru. So I would ask her, hey, how do you do this? Hey, what's the best way to get the most out of your workout over here? And she would give me hints and stuff like that. What would have happened if I would have gotten in jealousy, let envy come in? Oh, she always in the gym. Oh, she always, and then I would not have the success in that particular area that I believe I get to enjoy the benefits of at 52 years old in my life now, so you cannot allow jealousy to come in. You got to start making your moves in specific manners or in specified directions that's going to cause you to be successful in whatever you want to do and cause you to make progress. Ask people questions. Hey, can I shadow you for a minute? Hey, how did you do that? Hey, can we talk for a second? If they require you to pay them something, pay them what they ask you to pay, because if you go and get consultation from somebody else on the other side, you're going to pay them what they ask you. So when you talk to friends, listen, this is just what I do. This just me. You don't have to do this. If I ask you a question and you answer me, I'm going to send you something. You don't even have to ask me to send you something. I'm going to just send it to you. You got a Cash App? You got some form of payment? I'm going to send you some money. Why? Because that's your time. Even if you didn't do nothing but answer a question. Hey, do you know how to do this? Yes, I know how to do this. You've taken time out of your schedule to just answer my question, and it may not even be anything extraordinary or anything I could actually use at that point. But at least you took the time to answer my question. You took the time to acknowledge me. And so whenever somebody takes their time to acknowledge you, shoot them a little something. It don't have to be anything major. Send them $10, $20. Hey, go have a cup of coffee on me. Just show that you're willing to invest in what you want to know. This is how you start making moves and progress towards where you want to be, because most certainly you're going to want somebody to pay you for your expertise. Okay? All right. Number 4, stay up. You have to, in order to make your dreams become a reality, you got to stay up. What do I mean by stay up? I simply mean you got to be able to endure. You got to be able to endure. You got to endure past all the negatives. You got to endure past who will and won't help you. You got to endure past, watch this one, sharing your dreams and visions with the wrong people. Because sometimes we'll get a dream, we'll get a vision of something, and we'll get so excited we just start telling people. And because it's good to us, so we want to share it, and we want to see who we can get on board. Oh, this is what I'm planning to do. And next thing you know, somebody got your idea and ran with it. They making money hand over fist, and you still in the dreaming stage. That's what we're not doing anymore. All right. So we're going to have to learn how to endure, maintain a specific or particular course of action. Did you hear what I said? In order to make your dreams become a reality, number 4, you have to stay up. What do I mean by stay up? You have to have the ability to endure. To endure and maintain a specific course or particular course of action. Listen to this part. Even if it is painful or difficult, you have to remain. You have to outlast all the naysayers. You have to outlast all the negative talking. Here's the thing that I had to fight against. You have to outlast the negative thinking within yourself. Let's just forget about everybody else. If we can last and endure past the negative thinking that comes to us from ourselves, then we'll be on a good track, because 9 times out of 10, you have such a grand idea, somehow or another, as soon as you get through, think, oh, I could really do this. It's going to be good. It's going to be good for my family. It's going to be good for the community. I'm be able to hire some people. And then as soon as you get, you all hyped up, here comes your other mind and say, now, where you going to get the money from to do all that? Who's going to help you do all of that? You ain't never tried to do nothing like that before. Nobody in your family ain't never done nothing like that before. What make you think you're going to be successful? I know people that have tried that and did, in your mind is just, and after a while, you just have to tell your mind, shut up. You got to cut it off, shut it up, and just take a breather, inhale and exhale, get your Zen back or whatever you do, and get yourself back on track, get yourself back focused on where you want to go. So even if it's painful or difficult, you got to remain, you got to be steadfast, you got to outlast. Listen to this, or you have to be able to continue in the same state in order to remain firm under pressure. All right. Nothing that's worth having is going to come that easy. If it comes that easy, sometimes the value of it is just, it's probably not all that, rich in value. And so, and I'm not saying that you got to struggle or stress and strain to be successful. What I am saying, you got to put the work in. All right. And you got to be able to maintain under pressure. You got to be able to maintain under rejection. Every idea that you think is a good idea, 10 other people might not think is a good idea. 10 other people might think, oh, somebody else is already doing that. When I was writing my first book and I was talking to a publishing company, one of the things he said to me, and I was, oh, gun ho, and oh, I'm about to get this book out, and da da da. I was just, I was in the groove, honey. And he was like, well, Miss Bradley, we have 100 authors writing on that subject. I was like, just a blow to my little ego, because I just thought, I'm the first one of my kind to do this kind of stuff. He says, no, we have several people writing on that particular subject. What would make your book so unique? And at that time, I didn't really have an answer, because I didn't understand what my uniqueness was about. Where would I stand above the rest? What makes me different from anybody else that's writing on that particular subject? What makes me different from anybody else that has this kind of business? What makes me different from anybody else that wants to do this kind of show? What will make me stand out above the rest that causes people to pay attention to what I want to do, how I'm doing it, and all those things? So at that point, I didn't really know what my uniqueness was. So I was just like, well, this is what I write about. Da, 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 da. He was like, well, we got authors that have been writing about that for years. What will be different about your book? What's unique about you? And at the time, I didn't know. So I was like, oh, I don't know. But you come back and ask me now, I can tell you what's unique about me. I can tell you what causes me to stand above the rest. I can tell you what causes me to shine. I can tell you, about my experiences now. And so now, because I found my niche. And so before you find your niche, you're going to have to be able to withstand the pressure, withstand the difficulties, withstand the rejection. And listen, even the misfortune, you might lose a few hundred or a few thousands over here when you're investing in your own dreams. You may, whatever happens, you got to be able to stand. Listen to this. You have to be able to remain firm under pressure, rejection, difficulties, or misfortune without yielding or giving up, though it is very difficult. Listen to this last part. How do we sum up stay up? How do we sum up number 4? You have to be willing to submit to the process. That's number 4. Stay up. You have to be willing to submit to the process. It's not going to happen overnight. Most things don't happen overnight. Most successes are not, don't happen overnight. Sometimes you'll get a good hit and some things will open up, instantly or immediately, but overnight, I don't want you to set yourself up for what may not be your reality. Okay? So that's number 4. Number 1 was wake up. Number 2, sit up. Number 3, get up. Number 4, stay up. And number 5, pay up. Number 5 is pay up. In order for you to see your dreams become a reality, listen, you got to be the first one willing to invest in your own dreams. I don't care if it's nothing but getting you a recorder, getting your phone, what have you, getting you a ring light, getting you a baking pan, getting you a grill, getting you whatever you got to do. You be the first to invest in your dreams and your goals, because here's the thing, if you won't spend your money on you, what make you think I want to spend my money on you? If you don't think your product or your brand, or if you don't think you're good enough, to spend your own money in, you can't possibly go out there and ask other people to invest in you. You can't ask you like me. If I didn't spend my own money making my own studio, why would I expect somebody to come along and say, hey, let me offer you a show and we have a studio that will be taping, blah, 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 blah. People have to see that you're willing to invest in your own dreams and goals. Again, I'm not trying to be an expert or anything. That's why I got the phone lines open. If there's somebody watching, you are actually an expert and you know more than I know. I'm just sharing what I done, what I found to work. But if there's somebody else, the phone lines are open, 605-313-5826, access number 732-492. You can call in and help us out tonight. Give what you've done to that worked, and give us what you did that didn't work. So we're on number 5, pay up. Be the first to invest in your dreams. You expend money with the expectation of achieving a profit or material resulting by putting up your own finances. Simply, that's what it means to invest. It means you put your own money up for your own dreams to become a reality. And then once you do that, and people will say, okay, oh yeah, he's putting money into that. Oh yeah, she's putting money into that. Let me hop on board. Let me be a sponsor. Let me be a contributor. Let me be a whatever, let me sign up with you, what have you, let me hire you for your services, whatever the case may be. But when people see that you're willing to put your own money into your dreams and goals, then naturally they don't mind spending their money, because that's what I would do. I wouldn't spend my money on somebody who wouldn't spend their own money on themselves. That's just ridiculous. And it's quite ludicrous to ask somebody to put money into something for you when you won't put your own money, in something for you. And so that's what it is to pay up. You got to be willing to invest in yourself financially. Once you invest in you, then others may come aboard. And even if they don't come aboard right away, it may take a while. You be the game changer. You go in, you write the plan, you write the script, you write the recipe, you do whatever you got to do, but put your own money in it first before you expect for anybody else to put their money in, because you got to show that you're worth the investment. So, and if not, you still have to be able to fund your own dream. You can't get offended. You can't get upset. Don't take it as a form of rejection. If people say, well, I really don't know you, you got a good product, this, that, and third, but I'm not sure. You just go back and say, okay, maybe you can't go that big right now. scale it back, but keep the dream alive. You know what I'm saying? Just keep pushing and keep pushing until you get to where you want to be. If you, I always share my story about starting this podcast. And I still don't think that I'm like this vlogger, podcast guru or anything. I just sign on, start talking. Whoever comes, and whoever doesn't. Hopefully you guys are getting the hang of me and you're sharing my videos more, and if not, it's okay, because what I've learned in let me see, I started in June, so we're in March. In the 9 months that I've been doing this, is that I have to be the first one to do anything that I want my audience to do. So again, I share my videos, I post them to other pages, things like that. What I don't do, I don't tag people in my videos, and I don't send them to your inboxes. I will share them to my story, but I won't send them unless we're talking and I'm like, okay, hey, did you see the show when I talked about that? And then I'll send that particular person a copy of the show, but just like randomly just send it to everybody or tag people. I don't do that. So I count on my audience to help share the videos, help get the word out, and that's how we grow the show. And from that, and just from me being consistent, and from someone seeing my numbers be consistent, like I said to you in the beginning, I was offered to host a show that'll be coming up. I'll tell you about that much later. But I was offered an opportunity to host a show, and I said yes. I said yes. And so that's why I think it's important when I ask you guys to share the video. It may not even be anything you're interested in. Just share it, share it just because I asked you to. All right. So those are the 5 keys I want to share with you tonight about making your dreams become a reality. Number 1, wake up. Number 2, sit up. Number 3, get up. Number 4, stay up. And number 5, pay up. Okay. I wanted to give you those 5 little keys. Again, the phone lines are open. If you've done something that you found to be successful, if you've tried something that wasn't successful, call in and tell us what you did that worked. Tell us what you did that didn't work. Tell us areas we should avoid, and tell us areas that we should look into. The phone lines are open, 605-313-5826. Access code 732492. Again, share the videos. All right. All right. So now let's start with our giveaways. So I have a few books I want to give away tonight. Who's Guarding the House? This is a book about the posture and position of a servant. This is a really, really, really good book. It's a really good book. This is actually part 1 of a 3-part series. Okay, this is part 1. This is volume 1. It has 2 more volumes that will hopefully come out this year. All right. So one thing I don't do, I don't rush to write a book. That's just not what I do. I don't rush to write a book so that it can just get out. I take my time with my books so that you get the best of me and you understand what you're reading. All right. And if it requires, words from the Bible, I want to make sure everything flows together the way it should. I'm not putting a scripture over here that does not belong and all of that kind of stuff. So I don't rush to write a book. All right. So this is volume 1. Again, this is a book about being a servant. How do you serve? Okay. That's a good book. 21 Days of Fasting and Praying. This book right here, I wrote. Well, all of these books came out while I was recuperating from my brain surgery. So I put all of these books out in the same year during my time of recuperating from brain surgery. The funny thing about it was each month of that year, I put out a book in the latter part of the year that I was recuperating from brain surgery. So in, let me see, September, October, November, December. So in September, we put out this book. All right. And then in October, we put out this book. All right. And then in November, let's see, we put out, hold on. November, we put out this book. All right, I'm going to go through them again and tell you what each book is about. And then in December, we put out this book. We put these 4 books out at the end of 2017 while I was recuperating from brain surgery. All right. So this book we put out first, 21 Days of Fasting and Praying. I actually wrote this book because I couldn't understand. It says pursuing a greater understanding and revelation from God. I couldn't understand because I was having strokes and I couldn't understand what it was God was trying to, what God wanted from me. I was getting frustrated. The doctors couldn't find any answers. They were not, I don't know if they just were not, I don't know, but they couldn't give me any answers. I was going blind. I lost all of my peripheral, and then my frontal vision started going. I couldn't drive myself, for like 3 years. And the brain tumor was getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. All right. So I wrote this book. I'm like, I God, if I'm praying, but it doesn't sound like you're answering me. So I was like, I don't know what to do. So I wrote this book. I went on a 21-day fast, and what I did, I journaled each day in this book. So this is the actual journey of what I went through when I was diagnosed with brain tumors. Okay, and you'll get to read um, my conversations with God in this book right here, and how it actually. I often go back and read through this book now because it helps me to understand when I'm going through different things. I also use this book for our Bible study. So if you don't have this book, go to Amazon.com to get it. Or if you like to get a free copy, this is the only time you're going to be able to do this now. You can also go to our web store at BenitaBradleyMinistries.org and get a signed copy. But if you like a free copy, all I want you to do right now, write in the comments, I like a free copy. If you're watching on Instagram, I'm watching you. If you're watching on uh, Facebook, I can see you. If you're watching on our Fine China Sisters page, I can see you. I can also see you guys on YouTube. I can see all of you actually in the comments with you guys on my personal page on Facebook. All I want you to do is say, I want the book. Tell me which book you want, and I'll send it to you. That's all you got to do. This book, uh, I had done years and years ago, but I redid the book and we put it out. First time I did the book, we sold completely out of the book. They even made a mistake and got all the books out of inventory and sold those. So I didn't have any more at all. So I rewrote the book and repackaged it, and it's a wonderful book. In fact, one of my bishop friends, he has the book in London now, and so I'm looking forward to seeing what what the book will do over there as well. So if you want a copy of this book, just put I want a copy and put which book you want. All right. All right, so I only have a limited supply that I'm going to give away. All right, but I just felt like giving away something. All right, so this book is Don't Take It Personal, Keys to Better Communication, Ways to Improve Your Communication Skills, especially with listening, voice tone, and more. This book, again, it has a lot of things that I've gone through personally, a lot of good stories in here. I did a lot of role acting in here. But a lot of the stories are in here actually happened. I don't use anybody's name, and I use fictitious names and all of that for the sake of protecting people's privacy. Okay, but really, really good scenarios in here that you want to see. Again, I'm just giving these books away tonight. I'm just giving them away. And all you got to do is write, I want a book, and put which one you want. I'll contact you. You'll send me your information. I'll put the book in the mail to you. Simple as that. Oh, I will autograph it for you. I will do that. All right. And then the last book I wrote was Prohibited Praise, Paralyzed Power, Dangers of a Non-Praising Church. This book is so good, guys. This book is so, so good. Um, okay, I see you. Tell me which book you want. Um, you have to tell me which one. Do you want the 21 Days of Fasting and Praying? Do you want Who's Guarding the House? This is a book on servant and the posture of servant. Tell you about your prayer life and all that good stuff, your attitude while you're serving. Really, really good book. Do you want the one, Don't Take It Personal, Keys to Better Communication, or the one on the dangers of a non-praising church? If you are a pastor, if you are any way connected to your music department, this is a really good book for you to get and to have in your library. If you are an adjutant of any kind, if you serve any leader, this one will be the best choice for you. Okay. Uh, you got to tell me which book you want. I see you say you want, okay, tell me which one you want. Um, 21 Days of Fasting and Praying, Who's Guarding the House, Prohibited Praise, Paralyzed Power, or Don't Take It Personal. All right. So in the comment section, just tell me which one you want. Let me check over here on Instagram. Okay. Okay. So I see you. I see you. Again, the phone lines are open. If you want to call in, you want to share some tidbits with us, 605-313-5826, access code 732-492. Call in and give us some information on what works and what doesn't work when we're pursuing our dreams and goals. All right? All right. So another thing we're giving away from Fine China Sister, from our nonprofit organization, we're giving away these care boxes. Those of you that were on the last time, we're giving away these care boxes. You get a mug, you get tea, you get bath salts, you get cookies, chocolates. It's a whole box full of really good stuff that I use normally when I have migraine headaches or whatever. So I put together a few of my favorite things to send out to you. If you have migraine headaches or any form of neurological, disorders, headaches, anything like that, I put together some little care boxes. I just want to send to you guys um, to help you feel better. Okay. Again, just a few of my favorite things that I use. Hot tea to help you relax, a nice soothing bath salts that I mix together. I got you some dark chocolate, some special dark chocolate, because those are the things that also help with migraines. There's some peanuts in there. You get a beautiful mug. Um, Beautiful mug. Oh, let me show you the candle. I got to show you the candle. And you get a pretty candle like this. This is a scented candle. Each care box has a scented candle in there. Okay, each care box has a scented candle in there. And again, just little things I wanted to just give away. There's no price. You don't even pay for shipping. We pay for everything. We just wanted to be a blessing and to help you feel better and help you relax a little bit more. Uh, well, why would you be giving away so much stuff? Well, here's the thing, and I share this often, and you know, sometimes when people are going through, it's not easy for them to reach out for help, particularly if they are normally the one that people would reach to for help. Sometimes it's just hard to reach out for help. And after going through, well, um, I'm still in treatment because they couldn't get all of the tumor out. So I still have like a fourth of it left. They were able to get like three-fourths of it out. So I still have a fourth of it left. And then it tried to start growing back again, but God intervened. And so now I just had all my scans done last month. So right now it's stable. Right now it's stable. It hasn't grown anymore. So right now the tumor is stable. We're not seeing any new activity. And so sometimes, when you've gone through that kind of stuff, you just kind of want to be a blessing to other people, help somebody feel better, particularly if, nobody didn't really do it for you, So I know what it is to really go through and have that time that you're home convalescent, and, you don't get a lot of visitors, and things of that nature. uh, for whatever reason, either people are not that concerned, or you're not allowed to have as many visitors as you would like to have. Number one, because your immune system is down when you have those particular kinds of surgery. If you're going through any kind of treatment, whether you have cancer or what have you, whenever you start going through treatments, it lessens your immune system quite naturally. That's why I want to just give things away. I'm not giving them away because my books don't sell. I'm not giving them away, for any other reason except for just knowing how good it makes you feel to know somebody's thinking about you. So that's why I'm doing a giveaway tonight. Again, all you got to do is put it in the comment section. I want a free book, and tell me which book you want. If you want this one, put it in there. Now, I do know someone said they want a free book, but you didn't tell me which one. So you can get the 21 Days of Fasting and Praying. You can get Who's Guarding the House. This is a book on serving and servanthood. Better Keys to Me Communication. Don't take it personal. This teaches you how to not take everything so personal sometimes. Sometimes we can get a little edgy and take everything personal. This one is Prohibited Praise, Paralyzed Power, The Dangers of a Non-Praising Church. And also we have some really nice little gift boxes for you from our nonprofit organization, Fine China Sisters. Okay. Again, those of you that are just tuning in, we talked tonight about 5 keys to making your dreams come true. Wake up, sit up, get up, stay up, and pay up. We also have the phone lines open. If someone wants to call in and give us some tidbits, our phone line is 605-313-5826. And the access code is 732492. Follow the prompts on the phone and they'll tell you how to call in. All you gotta do is dial 605-313-5826. Follow the prompts on there. When it asks you for the access code, you dial 732492. Call in and tell us what you did that worked. Call us what you did that didn't work. Let us hear from you. And in the meantime, I'm going to stay on for about 10 or 15 more minutes just to see if anybody wants to call in and talk to us for a little while. Give us some hints on what worked, what might not work, some ideas. If there are people that are listening, say, well, I got a dream, but I don't know where to get started. I want to do something, but I don't know what I want to do. I don't know how to find my niche. I don't know how to find my purpose. I don't know, I have all these different dreams, but I don't know which one I'm actually supposed to be doing now or which one I'm supposed to save for later. If you have some information, call in and help us out, because again, I don't know it all. I'm only sharing what has worked for me, and what's working for me. And in the interim of giving out the dreams, I wanted to just give out some books and some care boxes tonight. Again, you might say, well, why would she give away her books? They must not be selling. Now, come on, you know better than that. No, they're fine. I'm fine. Trust me. It's just the fact that I know what it is to go through. Like I said, being a brain tumor patient, I just know what that looks like, to have to deal with something internally that doesn't necessarily show up externally. So when people might look at you and say, well, you look fine to me, you don't look like anything wrong, to me, and just because you don't look like what you're going through, sometimes people are not as kind to you. Sometimes they are not as accommodating, things of that nature. They're not as caring, but I want to be, a blessing to people. Instagram, you guys know, if you get cut off, I'll bring you right back in. All right. You guys do so good about coming back in. So that's why I'm giving, let me get them back. Let's see. I got it. Oh, yep, I got it. Ha, ha, ha. So, that's why I'm doing the giveaways tonight, just because I want it to be a blessing to other people. Okay. So, again, it's easy to get a book. Just say I want a free book. You know, I want a free book, and when I respond to you, I'll when I'm done, I'll go through the messages, through the comments, and and click on there, and I'll tell you. You can either email me your information or you can inbox it to me. And thank you guys for coming back. Thank you Instagram for coming back. Um, you guys know you always um, get booted out first. I think after an hour, Instagram cuts off. I'm not, so or maybe it's the way I have it set. I'm not sure. So, but anyway, thank you guys for coming back again. Um, so I wanted to share that information with you. Um, okay, I want to share that information with you. And again, if you want a free book, just let me know. We really have to be um, concerned about one another. That's why I put these boxes together, because I have migraine headaches a lot, you know, um, but it's mainly because I have a brain tumor. So I have migraine headaches a lot, you know. One of the other things that come along with having a brain tumor and going through the things that I've gone through here lately, sometimes I'll have these bouts with depression or anxiety. It's just par for the course, but you cannot allow anything to keep you from going after your dreams, going after your goals. At some point, go through what you got to go through. I would never advise anybody to um, just ignore that, get over it. Don't talk about it, it'll go away. That's just not wisdom. That's not even good common sense. Okay, take care of what needs to be taken care of. Pay attention to what you need to pay attention to. And then the interim of that, keep going after your dreams, keep going after your goals, keep looking, keep checking off things on your to-do list. Whatever you do, don't stop. You may have to slow down a bit, pay attention to this over here. You may have to slow down a little bit, take care of this over here. You may have to slow down a little bit over here, take a mental health break over here, make sure you're okay, make sure you're all right. But whatever you do, you just keep going and you keep going until you begin to see everything that you have said. Remember, if we go back to the beginning, everything God wanted, He said it, He spoke it, He put it into the atmosphere. Whenever He put it into the atmosphere, it came to be. Whatever He said it was going to be, that's what it's going to be. You have the same authority inside of you. You have that same ability to create and invent within you. Why? Because we were made in His image and in His likeness. So if our Father is a creator, then we have creative ability within us. So we just have to learn how to use our power. We have to learn how to use our words. We have to learn how to utilize the fact that we have dominion here, and we just have to go hard after the things that we desire. You know, Again, if you can get over your fears, uh, and not so much your external fears. One of the things I really have to fight is my internal fears. I have to keep fighting my internal fears. Even when I'm writing, um, some of you know that I'm in school. They just gave me my graduation date, which is May of next year, and sometimes I just sit and cry because I'm like, how did God do all of that? Here's a person that I've had, a couple of strokes, I've had two different surgeries for two different types of brain tumors, I've dealt with, this um, depression, you know, um, I had to deal with, what is it called? Adjustment disorder, learning how to live without my daughter, losing her suddenly, still don't have any answer to what really happened to her, all of that. And in the interim of all of that, I had the audacity to think I should have went back to school, and I'm just like, there are days when I'm just sitting look at my desk looking at my books like, what were you thinking? But then I'll speak to my advisor and it was like, you got one more year, you've done three, you got one more year. And sometimes I just sit and I cry because after the strokes, I had to learn. I had to learn my ABCs over, because I didn't know the damage the strokes had done until I had to go through and learn all of that. I had to learn how to count again. I had to learn how to put sentences together. I shared this with you guys before. One of the first things the lady asked me to do after I had gotten out the hospital when I had the first stroke, she would say, count to 100, say your ABCs. And I was just like, honey, I got a legal degree. I'm not going to sit here and quote no ABCs for you. And she was like, Miss Bradley, these are things, I'm not trying to insult your intelligence. She said, but this is how we test to see, is there any residual damage from the strokes? And I'm just like, I'm fine. She was like, okay, well, say your ABCs. So, and I told her, I said, honey, I told you I have a legal degree. I'm not going to do this. And so I started to say my ABCs, and I think I might have got to, and I couldn't remember what came next. And so I was just like, oh, I'm just having a bad day. It was just forgetful, child. I said, give me something else to do. She said, okay, count to 100. I'm like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. She's like, no, ma'am, Miss Bradley, count by ones. So I think I got to like 10 or 11, and I couldn't remember what came next. And it was at that point I realized, oh, we have a problem. And I just broke down crying. I cried and I cried and I cried and I cried. And then I went into this state of depression. I'm just like, oh my God. So I had to go through therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy, because it messed up my entire left side, you know. And people say, well, why you wear those heels? My heels are extremely, um, uh, I like my heels between 4.75 and 5 inches high because it helps balance me out. So if you ever see me without my heels on, you'll actually be able to tell that there is some disproportion when I walk. But when I wear my heels, you can't tell the difference. So that's why I wear heels all the time. I wear 4 and 5 inch heels to the doctor. I wear them to the grocery store. I wear them when I go to the dentist, because it helps balance me out. And so those are some of the things that sometimes that are not actually shown on the outside that people go through, and then we'll say, well, it don't look like anything is wrong with her or him or what have you, because everything we go through is not always external. You get what I'm saying? And so that's why I've said, well, tonight I'm going to give away some free books, because I know what it is to go through things. I know what it is to really want something and you might not have the finances for it, or you just might want a book. And so I'm going to give away these books. All you got to do is write in the comments, I want a free book, and I'll send you a book. This one is 21 Days of Fasting and Praying. It tells you how to really get in a position where you're hearing from God. Again, this is the journey. All of these books were released during my time of recuperation after brain surgery. No kidding you. This book, I told you, was my conversation with God for 21 days. Like, what is it? I'm having these strokes, and now they're telling me I got this brain tumor. It's just growing and growing and growing. I lost my sight. I couldn't drive for 3 years, because I couldn't see, so I couldn't drive myself. So this journey is in this book. And then Prohibited Praise, Paralyzed Power. We talk about the dangers of a non-praising church. One of the main things I talk about in this book is how sometimes as leaders, we can put ourselves in a position and want God praises. That's in here too. So this is a really good book. Don't take it personal. Keys to better communication. I share a lot of things that I would take personal. A lot of different conversations I put in this book for you to get good examples of what I mean when I say don't take that personal. Because a lot of times people will come off at you and it's not really about you. They could be having a bad day or what have you. But if you're the first one they encounter, you'll get it. So that's what this book is about. Let's see what you guys are seeing on Instagram. Okay. So this book is Who's Guarding the House. This is a really good book. If you are a servant in any capacity, this is a really, really good book to have. Again, this is a volume 1 of a 3-volume series. But this book talks to you about the position and the posture of a servant. It talks to you about your prayer life. It talks to you about your, your personal life. It talks to you about hygiene. Talks about working at the altar. It talks about your attitude towards other people. When they enter your church or your ministry or what have you. All of that is in this book. This is a really, really good book for your leadership team or what have you. Okay, so but tonight I'm going to give out these 4 books for free. All you got to do is say I want a book. All right. So, and then I have some gift boxes that I'll be giving away. I'll come on again. I'll, be doing this for a while because I really want to be a blessing to other people. And again, someone might say, well, why is she giving away books? Because I want to and I can. All right. I can. It's not always about making money, particularly when the Lord has provided. Sometimes it's just good to be nice. Sometimes it's just nice to be nice. Okay. All right. So thank you guys for tuning in to the show tonight. I do pray that something was said to help you, to wake up from your dreaming state and get busy. You got to get busy. A dream is just a dream until you wake up. Okay. That's number 1. A dream is just a dream until you sit up. That's number 2. A dream is just a dream until you get up. That's number 3. A dream is just a dream until you stay up. That's number 4. A dream is just a dream until you pay up. That's number 5. Those are how you make your dreams come true. Those are my 5 steps that I want to share with you. So listen, I'm going to be on a lot more this week coming up because I want to give you these books. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 gift boxes. I just want to give away to you. And what are the gift boxes? A mug, some tea, bath salts, candles, snacks, stuff like that, just to make you feel good. Give you during your downtime at home since we're all home. Just some stuff I put together. All right. So until next time. Make sure you share the video, share, and help us get our numbers up. Again, you can reach out to us via email at Benita Bradley Ministries at ymail.com or go to our website, okay, and reach out to me at Benita Bradley Ministries.org. All right. Hey, you guys stay tuned because you guys know that I am officially a certified success and life coach now. So I'm going to be offering my services real soon. So we're working on getting all of that together. We've got all our paperwork submitted with the state. We've gotten approved by the state of Georgia. So you guys stay connected. I will have a few spots that will be free for you to receive 30 minutes of life coaching with me. And so stay connected. We got some great things coming up. All right. All right. Oh, the other thing, don't forget, go to my personal page at Benita Bradley. Go over there. There's there's a post I put up and I'm asking a question. It's a poll, it's an interest poll. And I said, if I'm ever on a reality show, would you watch? Go over there and answer that for me. All right. I have a production company that is watching and waiting to see how much interest we can build for an upcoming show. All right. Until then, you guys keep us in your prayers and we will do the same for you. Remember, wash your hands. Don't touch your face and practice social distances. In other words, get off me. You can't touch me. Make them get back, So listen, you guys enjoy the rest of your evening and we will see you next time on Live Talk with Benita Bradley. All right. Until then, bye-bye. Bye, YouTube. You always be the last one. Are we out yet? No, not yet.
Cut. Great job.
Thank you.
It was a great show. on your Facebook.